Hi everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how to use Occult Cloud website to upload events, to tag events for your feed, and also how these events are downloaded in Occult itself. I already have the latest version, which is version 5, running on my machine, and I have already synchronized the Trans-Tasman low magnitude events with the latest data from Occult Cloud. But I just wanted to show you quickly, if I go and synchronize the events from the feed, how quickly this will take. So this is much faster than the previous version, where, for example, for 600 events, which are currently available for TT14, it would take probably about a couple of minutes. Now it's taking a couple of seconds. So if I go synchronize and then just run. So the very first thing is, because I've already fetched them, actually it didn't fetch anything because it knows I have all the events. But if I purge my database and then if I restart again and go to prediction feed and synchronize and go OK. So what you see here in the debug view output is the creation of each of those 600 events. I'm not timing it how long it's taking, but it's you can see it's going to finish very soon. It's done now. So this new way of distributing the events is also much faster to synchronize as compared to the old one with the website. And then if I select one of those events and I go to view details on the web, it's actually going to go to the Occult Cloud page. And then it currently looks like this. So it shows some basic information, including the event date time. There's a rank, there's an asteroid, there's a link to the NASA SSD page, and there's some star charts other than view. If I go there, it will just open the current field. You can print it, export as PNG, and then print it if you want. And then it has some other basic information. Then, because this event has been tagged with the TT14 tag, it actually shows this tag under tags. If I hover my mouse over, it displays the current description of the feed, which is this. And then currently there's only one prediction, which is the prediction from the uploaded file itself, and it tells you what's the source. I'll get to the source shortly. And then it tells you what time was this done. It was done 2 days ago when I tested it. And then there's orbit date, errors in path width, and errors in time. So if I click on this prediction, it will show additional information. So I try to put as much information as possible following Steve Preston's pages for events. So you can see some basic prediction information, including who was the Occult user generating this prediction and uploading it. Then there's when was it uploaded. Then there's orbit date, orbit source, error information, and then there's some event information, target star, etc., etc. There's also the occultation elements file in Occult format, XML format, which can be copied. And then currently there's a Google map on the page. The idea is that the path will be plotted, and when the user clicks on a certain point, Occult Cloud will display the event circumstances for this location. So it will show it will show things like star altitude, moon altitude, sun altitude, stuff like this, I hope. So this is how it looks like after the events have been tagged and they have been synchronized by Occult. So how to upload events. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is to go to the Occult Watcher cloud address, which is https cloud.occultwatcher.net. Yesterday I changed the HTTP to HTTPS protocol, so we need to go to the HTTPS now. Then by default you just see all the pages which are publicly available. This is the events page, where you probably know this already, but you can search by asteroid and you can get exactly the same result. Let me just quickly show you. So if I find, for example, this one, which is asteroid number 39 on the 27th of February, so if I type 39 and then pick 27 and go search, it will show me this event. And then again, if I click on the event, it will display the same event details page for this event. And then again, if I go to the prediction, it will show me the prediction page. On the about page, you can see what's the current version. So currently it's 0.3.3, which was built today for me, 9th of February. In order to see more information, you need to log in with your Occult Watcher account. So this is what I'm going to do now. So once you've logged in, currently the only other two pages which are available are the development phases, which is pretty much the list of the to-do items, basically for me and for everyone else to know what's coming. And then the other new page is this upload events page. So on the upload events page, the idea is that you generate an Occult XML file using Occult, and then this file contains events that you want to tag. In this first release, the actual predictions from the Occult elements XML file will be used by Occult Watcher Cloud. So there's two options here. You can go and read what it says, but basically the first option is only use the XML file to identify the events, but don't use the predictions from the XML file itself. Then Occult Watcher Cloud will go and generate the latest predictions from horizons, MPC, etc., etc. And then the other option that you should be using for the first cut is this one, which is use occultation prediction elements from the uploaded file. And then there will be orbit sources and start coordinate sources. So based on your account, you'll be able to see different options here. So for the standard feeds, you probably only just see horizons and AST this, and then for star you'll just see Gaia and Gaia 3. Then for the tags, you will only see the tags that are assigned to you. This should be already done. And then for the file, you just go on and browse for your file. So you can see this this note here that currently only events in this date range are accepted, which is from the 25th of January to 6th of April. This is actually exactly the same range that the Occult Watcher Cloud has at the moment, has pre-generated. So this is usually 2 months in advance. So basically, if you want to tag an event, it needs to be within the next 2 months. So the next thing you do is you go and find a browse for a file. So I added some extra bit of feedback for what's the events in the file. So this was, for example, a good file. So we see 2 green tick boxes. It tells you that it found that many events from this date to that date. And then this was the first event and this was the last event. The idea of this is for the user to be able to verify or validate what events they are uploading in the file. If you have different events, for example, let's say some of the events are old, which means that they're before the 25th of January, you see a warning sign like this, and it will tell you that there was 4 events before the 25th of January or before the from date, and then these events will be ignored, which means that even if you upload this file, because it's before the start date, these events are actually not going to be tagged. Other things that could happen is that, for example, you can have a single event, and if there's only single event, it will tell you which was the event. It will tell you found single event, and that's the event. if you want to update a prediction for a single event, for example. And then other options include, for example, single event which is too old. So it will show an error. So it tells you it found a single event, but also it tells you the file contains only past events, which means you'll not be able to upload this file. The other option of a bad file is if some of the events are in the future. In the future means past the end date. So currently the end date is the 6th of April, 2 months ahead. So if your file contains any events which are past the current end date, again, you are not going to be able to upload this file. So once you've generated your correct set of events, so you pick your correct file, and then the next thing you do is you need to pick your tag. So in this case I used the file that Dave Gold sent me, and then I picked TT14, and then I can pick the start coordinates and the orbit source. So in this case it was Horizon with Gaia data release 3. And then once all this is set, the only thing you need to do is just press the upload button. So the file will be submitted, and then the page will automatically redirect to a history of all the uploaded files, which will automatically refresh every 5 seconds. The processing of the file takes about, well, it may take any time really, but currently it takes about 15 seconds. It depends on the number of events in the file. In this case it errored, and then I need to go and find out what this error is. But when you upload your file, you should see a success. You should see something like this, and it will indicate that everything was okay. It will show you the number of the tagged and inserted predictions. So if I click on this one, it tells me that it processed 683 events. It matched that many events, and then from them, that many were tagged, which means that they were not previously tagged with this tag. And then after that it tells me it inserted that many predictions. So other options you can see here is that if you tag events for the first time, you should see all of the events being tagged. If you upload a prediction of previously tagged events, then your tagged number will be 0, and then the updated number will show you how many predictions were updated. So this is something you can use as an indication of what actually happened. So currently this page, as I'm an admin of the site, I can see all files uploaded by all users. In your case, you will be able to only see your files. So obviously if you have any error, you need to contact me, then I can go and investigate of what exactly happened, like in this instance. So basically that's all of how this is meant to work. So once the events have been tagged, then the feed in Occult Watcher 5, I'm going to make this version available soon, initially to you, and then only once the feeds have been uploaded, it will be made available to everyone else. So once the events have been uploaded, then if you synchronize this feed, Occult Watcher latest version will be able to fetch the events from the cloud. So that's all.